Hello everybody, I'm going to show you guys how to get the Cloud Shell running so that you can do your homework and in-class practice. So, since the professor has made this document, there has been a couple updates to the website. So, some of this is outdated, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same. You're still going to want to go to this link here. So, we'll just copy this link right here. And I'm going to show you guys through Google Chrome. So, we have our link, copy and paste it. And hit I agree, start Cloud Shell. And it's going to ask you to log in and stuff like that. You just log in with your Gmail account. Doesn't matter which one, personal, work, who cares. And it should take you to this screen here for your first time. If you're not on this screen, you might have to come up to the top right here where it says use the legacy editor. It might say use the new editor. And if it says use the new editor, then click that. And it'll take you to this screen here where it says use the legacy editor. That's how you know your bingo. So when you're doing your exercises and you're doing your homework, you're going to use this top half to write the code, and you're going to use this bottom half to actually run it through Nano and G++ to compile it. So, for example, we're just going to start with a basic Hello World program. Let's say we wanted to do our exercise to create a Hello World program. We go to new file over here, and then we go to text file. And you could select the language and hit C++ if you want. If that makes you feel good, then you can go ahead and do it, but it's not necessary. Otherwise, just start typing. So we'll start off with, the basic header, include IO stream, using namespace std. Don't forget the semicolon. We set up our int function. And the good thing about using the editor up here is that, simple functions like the colors separating some of the functions and stuff like that. Whenever you put brackets, they automatically put the closing bracket for you. The indentation, all of that you would have had to manually do with Nano, and it just makes a mess of your code, and you might mess something up. And we don't want any syntax errors. I know sometimes it's unavoidable. Maybe you make a mistake, but having your editor up here instead of doing it down there in the the terminal window, it just makes things a lot less miserable. Anyway, enough blabbering. Let's go make our code. So we want to print out hello world. So it's the cout function. There we go. Hello world. And then once that's done, once you're done editing your code, oh wait, hold on. We can just put a return 0 in here for good practice. Not necessary, but why not? And then once you're finally done with your code, you think it looks good, go ahead and copy it. And then you come down here. Now, this is the part where most of you probably will trip up, but I'm going to go real slow here. So whenever you're ready and you copied your code and you got everything set up, you want to hit Nano and then name it whatever you want. For this example, we're just going to do example code.cpp. But this name can be anything. It can be lab homework. It can be exercise 1. It can be anything. Just make sure you have the .cpp extension. That is very, very important. I don't care what you write in front of it. Just make sure you put .cpp. And you hit enter. And you're going to do this every time. So you're going to come in this window. You know you did it right when you see GUN Nano 4.5. You're in business. This is basically the text editor. But we already used this text editor up here, so we're just going to copy and paste things. I accidentally copied example code. All right, let's copy this again and paste here. And as you can see, it's colored and stuff like that, but it's not as pretty as this, in my opinion. And then once you're done, you're going to save. To save, you hit Control X, and it'll act save modified buffer. And you hit Y for yes. And then it's going to ask again, you want to save the file name to example code.cpp? That's the thing that you made. I was like, well, yeah, let's hit enter. Now, once that's done, you have basically put your text file into the terminal. It's in, but we have to compile it. We compile it by using the command G++, followed by the name of the file we just made. So once again, example code.cpp. Make sure you put the .cpp. Like I said, I don't care what you put in front of the .cpp, just make sure it's followed by .cpp, or else it's not going to compile correctly. You're going to get errors, you're going to be confused. Make sure you exactly like how you did when you ran the first command. Did I forget a semicolon somewhere? Yes, I did. See, even I make mistakes. But that's fine. If you make a simple mistake like that, I suggest going back into the editor. And you can do that by just running the nano command again. And for like simple stuff like this, I would just go back down here and you know, there's no point in going up here to put a semicolon. And you know what I'm saying? You don't have to copy and paste just for that simple mistake. I would just come down here. Okay, I forgot a semicolon. It happens. Throw it in there. Once again, Control X to save. Press Y for yes. Press Enter to confirm. And we're back in it. Now we run our G++, followed by the name of the code we just made. The name of the file. .cpp. We hit enter. And now it's compiled. Now, we have our code, we have our text, we compiled it. How do we run it? The last and important command is ./a.out. It will always be ./a.out. This is what you're going to use to run after you compiled. And if we hit enter here, it's going to give us hello world. So just a quick recap for probably the most confusing part. Let's just say step 1, log into Google Shell editor. Step 2, make a blank file and write your code in the editor top window. Step 3, copy your code. Step 4, Nano, run the command nano blank .cpp. Step 5, paste your code. Step 6, I don't know why I'm blanking out. Run the command G++ .cpp. Step 7 would be to run the command a./a.out. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments and I'll answer them as quickly as possible. And yeah, I don't recommend this method, but it is the easiest, especially for Mac users, because they probably don't have access to C++ through Xcode. And just getting this up and running, you can do this on any computer with any specs. So that's about it.